Logan Paul. I'm going to cancel you permanently.
It's really good.
Logan Paul at this point is essentially the human embodiment of rage bait. There is no way that he looked at this as an actual opportunity to make a legitimate movie. This is just to piss people off and gain attention again. Right? Yeah, look at the description. I'm a good guy. No, you're not. And you know you're not. You read the title, gang. Logan Paul has stooped to a new low for the 786th time and has made his own AI Slop movie.
AI Slop.
No matter how many times people say that they are sick of AI, it feels like every day tech companies are inventing new tools to shove in our face and demand that we use them. Okay, let's see. Let me just quick send an email to my boss.
Hold on there, Buster Brown. Did you know that I can write that for you? Okay, there you go. There's your new email. Isn't it so much better than what you would have written?
I wouldn't argue that Logan is a company, but he certainly is a brand. He has created this brand basically around pissing as many people off as he possibly can and making a profit from it. So that's cool. I wonder how the history books are going to treat that. Grab your popcorn. Let's watch this abomination. Great like to dislike ratio right off the bat. We love to see it. There's no way in hell that this was $300 million. The whole point of AI is that you're supposed to be able to save time and money. So why in the hell would you make a movie that costs this much to make and not just pay actual artists? And here we go, the first fight scene of this horrendous garbage. What is this mask?
Who are you?
I'm the good guy.
What in the blue spirit did I just watch? So again, the whole point of this is to piss people off. So I'm going to try and approach this more with logic. I wonder if Logan actually licensed his likeness to be used in this movie. Like, does he own the rights to this? Like, there's nothing in his contract that says 20 years down the road, we can use your likeness in like other projects and stuff. And the fact that this technology is advancing so quickly, there has to be some kind of consequence to this that we cannot see yet.
This pest keeps coming back.
Do you want me to get him for you, sir?
All right, so let's try and analyze this garbage plot for a second. So this feels very akin to The Matrix. I have no idea why the lead man is dressed like Star Wars and then his minions are all dressed like janitors. You need to keep in mind here, because this was generated entirely with AI, they can make any visual choices that they want. They can dress them however they want. They can make them look however they want. So we need to be especially critical of the visual direction of this movie.
Do you want me to get him for you, sir?
Not you, you fool! Get me my coffee instead!
And I think you're gonna like this too. It's really good.
All right, so everyone's talking about the product placement here. I have to touch on it too. Definitely include your stupid drink that kids should never be consuming because the level of electrolytes is probably half of what they should ever consume in their entire life. You genuinely need to look closely at the details of each shot. The thing that still trips AI up is very small and detailed text, because if you look at like where it says lemonade and hydration drink, like you only know that those are meant to be those words because you've seen bottles before. But like here, even if I pause, like the motion blur is so wrong. It's like old school cartoons when they do that like thing. Crap, I forget like what it's called, but it's like old school cartoons when they do that, like it's like frame blurs. It looks like more fluid motion, but it's just so ugly and pixelated and wrong.
Run, hide, I got this.
Wait! Take this!
Okay, wait.
Run, hide, I got this.
Wait! Take this!
I love how she doesn't even reach into her pocket. She just kind of like, wait, take this. Barely lifts up a piece of fabric and then pulls out a key like.
Code 00.
Oh, cool. We get Tron ripoff garbage. He does have one progressive stance in this movie, I guess, and that's the cops being the bad guys. I think I understand why the creamy look bothers me. It's not just like a visual problem, it's also the fact that none of these people actually feel real. Like, they don't feel tangible. And I don't just mean like, oh yeah, because clearly they're not tangible. I mean, like, it almost feels like they're ghosts. They sort of like phase through each other. Like, even when they're supposed to be prime contact, like the slapping, punching, and all of the action-y moves don't feel like they're connecting. They feel like they're going through people. This dude that almost got ran over by the motorcycle, bro's not there. And that bothers the f out of me. That burger eating shot is very reminiscent of like what AI likes to do. All of these shots are like head on. I don't understand why AI is so bad at creating more dynamic shots. Like, it's all center frame, leading lines. That's it. Like, it just thinks this one type of shot over and over and over equals cinematic. The fact that they're cutting to a new shot like every 5 milliseconds is probably just them trying to avoid you detecting inconsistencies. Like, hold on, let's go back. The water, it's hard to tell how much water there actually is supposed to be that's hitting his body when he falls off the bike. Also, this shot of the rocket going through, it ignores the physics of the last shot, which is why I feel like they're cutting shots so often so that they can try to make it as fluid as possible, even though if you watch it even some sense of closely, the direction of the rocket is wrong, the way that it hits the ground is wrong, the way that it's shot from the rocket is inconsistent with the way that it travels.
You're screwed, buddy. Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This is one of those moments where you just know that Logan's taking the piss. Oh my god.
You're screwed, buddy.
I kind of wonder if that was like a double ploy to target his predominantly child audience that's like,
Oh, his head popped out of the bomb before it exploded. That's really funny.
and then there's also the adults like me. You're just trying to piss us off here. I also, what is up with this like bird tail, peacock feather looking ass? Why is that part of the aesthetic here? Wow, look at those realistic eyes. I will give them credit though. I have met Logan in person. He can do those flips in real life. If anything, they watered down his ability to do stunts like this. First off, he does the exact same flip twice in the span of probably not even a minute. Couldn't even diversify it there. It just, Logan Paul does flip off his motorcycle.
Did you want the same exact move twice in a row? There you go.
And this feels like the same exact shot except mirrored. You want to know why I know? The stupid thing that they have on their head that's like controlling them or whatever, like hive minding their ass, it's on the wrong side for one of them. You see this? He doesn't have it on this side. One of them is flipped.
I ain't gonna lie, that kinda hurt.
Oh my god. I love how they're trying to sprinkle comedy into this abomination.
I ain't gonna lie, that kinda hurt.
You know what that joke is giving? The Last Airbender, when that dude was like, the kid was throwing stones at us.
It really hurt.
Man's in the car, gives zero f***s. This random dude just landed on top of his car. He's like, oh yeah, it's Thursday.
Who can say where the road...
Do you think that's gonna affect our Wi-Fi?
Oh my God. The lip sync on this line.
Do you think that's gonna affect our Wi-Fi?
Do you think that's gonna affect our Wi-Fi?
I really appreciate you having my back on this, man.
Please don't hurt me.
Why would you block his view? Dude, he's the reason that you're still alive right now. You can't block a driver's view while they're driving. And dude is just barely clearing all of these buildings. It just so happens that the direction that he is going has like a tiny gap of no buildings in it for him to drive through. Why did he punch him and then it just looks like Buddy was made of chalk? Like you dusted two erasers together and this is the effect that you got. There's no consistency with what happens when Logan punches one of these guys. Also, hi, I didn't realize this until after I'd started editing, but this guy that Logan punches just disappears into his body after. What was that? Was that supposed to be like him slipping on something? Or did he do like a Star-Lord come and get your love moment? What did he even slip on? There was nothing on the ground.
Did anyone order a pizza?
He gets punched and it doesn't feel like there's spit coming out of his mouth. It feels like there was water. Like that. Like, bro. Okay. I don't know if that was worth it for the bit, because now my right shoulder is just drenched.
Man, this guy must be on steroids or something.
Not so strong.
This was probably also written by AI. Oh. And there he goes. What in the Infinity War snap looking ass is this? Oh, is that supposed to be young Logan? Yeah, looks just like him.
Get the hell up now!
Oh. Oh yeah, his childhood bird that told him to get the hell up. Wait a minute. What's up with the blue energy now? They keep changing what happens when he hits them. Why is it that some of them get chalked and some of them get blue energied and then some of them get spit, some of them get skulled? I'm beating a dead horse here, but there is no consistency in this crap.
Logan Paul, I'm going to cancel you permanently.
Come on, man. It's not even charming. He knows that it's not charming. He's like,
Cancel me if you dare.
I will not forgive the internet for continuing to give Logan a platform after that whole thing that happened in the forest. That should have been it.
I know exactly where your wife is.
No!
I know exactly how to get to her.
Bro, no way. I don't know if this is actually what his wife and child look like, but if it is, that's mega f***ed up. Because, okay, at least the wife can like sign off on her rights, but this poor child had no say when her face is being used by this computer to generate new images of her that don't exist. That's f***ed up. Like now, okay, hold on. Now I have to do some sleuthing here. Logan Paul child. Oh yeah, that's his real child. Yeah, like I feel like this is the image that was actually used. Oh yeah. Wow. I kind of wonder what her life is going to be like when she grows up in Logan Paul's world. That's one of the worst parts of this, for sure. Because, you know, license your likeness all you want, but your poor kid, dude. Not on steroids anymore, are you, buddy? Whoa, it's Jake Paul, dude. So I don't understand why he needs to have this like cyborg mouth that also looks like it was superimposed over his real jaw. Yeah, in the thumbnail, he's going, "Arr!" And I love how this is supposed to be like, he's trying to have that Marvel moment when like Andrew Garfield steps through the portal. Oh, that's crazy. He got his brother in his too. All right, you know what? I'm going to say it. Bring back gay Jake Paul. He should have been in this movie, not whatever this abomination is.
Come on!
Okay. In genuine fairness, I actually think that the punches that Jake Paul does do feel a bit more connected. I'm gonna play it again.
Come on!
Like, it's not bad. It's very overdone. And then, okay, we get more of this stupid crashing through why he needs to crash through like 7 different environments. Like, wow, you're really adding a lot by having him crash through this bar, casino, disco ball environment. Wow. Okay, that's risque. I would argue that a majority of his fans are children. This is him trying to see how much he can get away with in his career.
Wait, that was actually fire.
I don't even know what to say at this point. It just gets worse and worse with every single piece of dialogue that is said.
You know what I just realized? That we're in a movie. Yeah, that.
That was probably the laziest fourth wall break I've ever seen. Like, what in the Deadpool? Something I just realized, if Jake's mouth is constantly agape, why is there like no drool coming from his mouth? It's clear that his tongue is still intact. You can see it in his mouth right there. The AI loves details like that, like watery, gross shit coming from people's mouths. The fact that Jake is even able to speak with his mouth so agape, you know what it reminds me of? The How It Should Have Ended for The Dark Knight. How are you speaking so clearly? It makes no sense, right? I should be like...
Once we get this guy, people are finally going to see us for who we really are. Yeah. Any last words?
No, please. I'm just very lonely. Wrong answer.
Lonely people deserve to die. It doesn't matter the circumstance or what you've done in the past. Yeah, no, if you're lonely, wrong answer, buddy. I should have made more friends.
Now that I think about it.
Remember this moment. It's gonna be important to the plot later.
You.
I got it.
This I can't? Just have no text near it.
Boom, baby.
I kind of wonder if like the visuals are only AI and then he actually did dub this over with his real voice, or is it artificial and that's just how he sounds? Wow. We're in the year 2026. If they want to dress up like that and do silly dances for cyberpunk TikTok, they're allowed to do that. I also just realized, I'm sorry, is the whole point they're going to shut down the police and so then they can't be canceled? That's the plot? That's why they're doing all of this? That burp had more humanity than this entire movie does. Okay, so their red stuff goes away. That's humanity when all of our drinking water goes away thanks to this.
You know, being the hero isn't always easy, but it is always necessary. Even if people already know who you are. But if people don't know who I am, I feel bad for them because I'm Logan Paul, the good guy.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thanks for watching the movie. You can get a figurine of the good guy. You can get a toy of the motorcycle. Yeah, thanks for watching.
AI slop. Total bullshit.
Like, is the whole point of this supposed to be, oh, I know how bad of a guy I look, me making this AI slop movie and then lampshading it and calling it AI slop is gonna make it somehow better? If this was so high budget, he could have paid real people and made this into a legitimate movie. Yeah, it probably still would have been bad. There's like zero plot to this, but I don't know, it would have at least been somewhat respectable. Bro thinks he is Markiplier. The level of pathetic and stupid this is truly baffles me. Rip to all of those polar bears. Yup, we jest, we joke. Even the worst movies made by human beings, the most unwatchable crap, was still made by humans. You made nothing person. Hell yeah. Here's what I will say. I genuinely don't think that this will be a problem forever. Call me an optimist, but I don't think that AI will be as prevalent in the creative world in the way that it is forever as it is now. You look at the trends, like Sora AI just went under. The Academy just made AI movies ineligible to win an Oscar. That is the first domino in this massive destruction of this generative AI slop. As much as we love clowning on YouTube for deplatforming creators that don't deserve it, I honestly hope that this is just the first step in trying to recognize that there is too much AI slop on the internet and something needs to be done about it. Like, I hope that what is not being talked about is how many times that content recognition of things that are AI slop are actually being taken down. Here's a great example of this. vidIQ just made a really great video that basically talks about how it is possible to get quote unquote shadow banned on YouTube by making a channel that is exclusively AI garbage. What I'm hoping is that we're in that stage where we are super duper close to rebounding from all of this AI slop. I'll get off my soapbox. What I'm trying to say is pop the bubble. Pop the bubble! Pop the bubble! What are your predictions with what's going to happen with AI? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to join the film gang. If you don't, your likeness will be licensed to AI and there's no takesies backsies. Also, I have other videos and you might like them. Bye!